Hi, welcome to episode 177 of the Knitting Samurai and Sorry, it was an ant. And okay, sorry if you had headphones on. This is 177 of the Knitting Samurai and her guys video podcast. I feel like I'm really far away if I sit back in my, can you see how rainbow-licious? This is my reclining lawn chair, whatever. So ghetto. I love this thing. Look, it goes way back, and I often sleep in this chair. But okay, there we go. And it's got a footrest, so I love this chair. And a head thing, and a back thing, and this was actually my grandmother's, who gave it to my mother, who had it for a few years, and then gave it to me, and now I've had it for like 5 years. I love this chair. Maybe not 5 years, maybe just as long as we've had the house. So like 3 years. We've lived here. This is our third summer. I know. March made 2 years. So I'm recording outside today, and you can obviously hear the birds. I don't know how much road noise you can hear, and if it's annoying, please put a comment, okay? I'm not gonna know otherwise, because it just blends for me, the road noise. Okay, that's an awkward back position. So I've got some bags here. Hopefully no more ants. Funny story, last night we put the air conditioner units in the 2 bedrooms upstairs because it was 82 degrees one night and I couldn't go to bed in our bedroom. I was like, I'm so mad at you, Steven. I want to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock. I'm tired, but it's too hot upstairs. Because it's all your fault. Civ. You made hockey coming out in me. Ow! DPN is pointing. Who did this? Anyway, so he put the air conditioners in last night and a spider ran out of the boys' one. They're stored in the basement. They were in the part that flooded. And so when we reworked where they got put up on shelves in the garage part. So there's the basement part and there's the garage part, and they're both under our house, obviously. Well, no, garages can be not under the house. So it was sitting on a shelf up high from the floor, and I'm not sure why the spider got in it, but it did. The box it was in got wet. I'll get there. When it was sitting on the basement side, basement flooded, box it was in, because we always put them away in their own boxes and close them up, and there they are. That box got wet, so it went on a shelf in the garage part, and then it had a spider in it. And so Roland was very upset about the spider. So we're not having good luck with bugs these days. I got the spider, and yes, I killed it. It was a big, ugly spider. Enough of the spider. You don't want to think about the spider. I don't want to think about the spider. See, I'm itching because of the spider. Okay, so there's been some knitting. Pretty much sock knitting, but I'm thinking about stash dash here. So I love that you can see the color of this, because my new cast on, I'm going to show you right away, is almost a perfect match. So this is, I ordered 6 opals, and I didn't pay attention that this is there. No, it's my hair. It's not a anyways, I didn't pay attention that this is a 6 fosh. Maybe that's a French, not fa. I don't know how to pronounce German. So this is more like a sport, it's more like a DK, if I'm being honest. So I cast this on, and I decided to stay on size 1s, so I get really dense fabric. I just adjusted my, I calculated my gauge, and so I'm doing 52 stitches on size 1s, but sport weight or DK weight, I don't know. But it's super, where are you? There you are, super dense. The sun's kind of shining on you and on me. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. If we blow out, we blow out. So I'm doing another partying up and getting down. I had to adjust a little bit of the stitch count here, so it's got a bit, it looks like a growth, which is not how the other one looked. That's the, you are totally, I'm gonna move you into the shade. Oh, but then you see my plant pots. Oh, where do I put you? Okay. Anyways. We go again. Hey, y'all. Okay, so I turned. We're turning the other way. and there's gonna be some weird sun and shade on my face, but I think this is the best spot so that you're not staring at my house and my tomatoes in production. I've never grown tomatoes. I know. Iced coffee. Cheers. Happy morning. Happy 10:30 on a Wednesday. Maybe I grew them once at the condo in 15 years, but otherwise I'm not a gardener. But since I'm home, it seems like a good year to start producing our own local food. We really love the eggs that are fresh and down the street, and so imagine how good things will taste straight off the vine, because I grew up with a garden. So I'm gonna move back a little. How's that? Too far? I think we're okay. All right, so back to what I was saying before I interrupted myself. So this sock, the actual Partying Up and Getting Down sock pattern by Megan Williams of Stockinette Zombies. I very much enjoyed it. It goes very fast, but I adjusted it, and so the real pattern doesn't have that bump, and I'm hoping that'll block out. But there it is. I did not adjust the first one. I knit the first pair according to pattern, and it came out lovely. So nothing against the pattern, it's totally against the DK. DK? I think it's DK. I mean, it's, where are you? It's pretty darn thick. DK weight yarn. But yeah, zooming along, that's probably 2 hours of knitting, and I've got that far. So enjoying that. And if you were curious about the colorway name, let's see. I'll just show you the label. There you go. So there's that. I cast that on because I finished my first pair of Partying Up and Getting Down. So I had the first one done. Toe up, right? Partying up. And then the second one was cuff down, partying down. And that's where I was last time you saw it. So who's marking us? Live long and prosper. There you go. You can get yours at the AdoreNet Etsy shop today. Okay, that's it. I didn't prep anything to share with you guys from the shop this week, but if you check it out, I would appreciate it. There, infomercial done. So there they are together. So I was working so hard to cast on the second one with the same amount of purple at the top, and to make sure I started the toe section at the same point, right? So that the green was doing the work. But then I should have started my decreases earlier. I should have done some in the red. I waited till the green, and I should have done a little bit in the red, which I couldn't tell from looking at this that I had used any of the red. So, fine. Squealing piggies. Someone's tires. Okay, but there's no bang, so no crash. There's a main throwaway right there that I can see when I face this way on the deck. So, no afterthought heels. Yes, I am missing heels. So the afterthought heels will come during Stash Dash. I'll do them in an afternoon. So they're about that much different in length. Maybe blocking will fix it. I mean, they are bias socks, so who knows how much that'll change. But yay, these are done, and they're so pretty. And don't you love the opal? And this is Use Public Transportation was the name of that colorway. And that's how much I have left. So some of it is going to go in the blanket. Dun, dun, dun. Do you want to see one more sock or a blanket? I think we'll keep on the socks, and then we'll talk about the blanket. So the car sock came in. And again, this is where I was last time you saw it. And I do pretty much only knit these in the car or at soccer practice. 2 hours on Wednesday night and an hour on Saturday morning. And Roland scored a goal. I'll probably include it because it was so exciting. I just happened to have the camera on and recording, and he scored. So it was good. He did a little fake out and then he scored.
I just cracked the egg. I'm the baby cat. Want to eat the egg?
Go, Ro! Yeah! That's the second goal he's ever scored during a game. So we're pretty proud of him. All those hours of soccer are paying off. So He's getting very focused and aggressive in a good way. So I'm proud of him. But anyway, so these are Barocco sock, which is a 75-25, and I'm knitting these on smalls, zeros, with the blue cord. I don't know what the blue cord is. I don't mind them. I'm not in love with these needles for sure. I'd rather use my carbons. I love carbons. So yeah, it's a beautiful self-striping sock. I did 2x2 rib. You can see I'm gonna do an afterthought heel on these too. I started this last September, I want to say, Socktober, so it must have been October. I started it then and then haven't really been working on it. So I did switch from 2x2 up into 1x1, which I really don't like the way that looks, but I don't have an alternative method of cinching in the top, short of going down a few stitches, which I could, but then your cast off would be tight. So I don't know. I'm doing it, but I'm not thrilled with it. But those are going to be gift socks, so that's good. I'm glad to have them on my needles. Another drink. Iced coffee, some Dunkin' K-Cups. I never drink Dunkin' K-Cups. I usually drink peppermint mocha. I don't know the brand. I get it from Amazon. K-Cups? Something. Anyways, I usually drink their peppermint mocha, and I love that. But this is okay too. For a change, to drink just straight Dunkin'. I mean, that's what I drink when I go out. So, had I talked to you ahead about the hexagon blanket, right? And I said I was on this one. So I did, after we last spoke, I was on a do a square a day, or a hex a day, and that was great. I did a few, and then I got distracted and didn't have the brain power to keep going on that, like, whatever night it was, because I typically don't knit during the day. Isn't that ridiculous? I'm home, but I'm not knitting. I mean, I might knit for an hour, but there's so much to do, and yeah, I'm usually pretty focused on the shop needs and making stitch markers and keeping that rolling, that yeah, there isn't a lot of time, and sleeping. Yeah, between like the mornings I go to the pool and then do whatever needs to happen for the shop and grocery shopping, and it's just a lot to keep the family running. And I said to Steve the other day, like, what used to happen? Who used to cook for us and feed us when I worked full time? Because as it is now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I probably spend half my time just keeping us running. You know, like keeping the household going, keeping it clean and fed and laundered. Anyways, I don't know who used to do it. I was a lot more crazy. So, this blanket, isn't it beautiful? I love all the different colors of it. I love it. I'm trying to spread it out, the brights. But yeah, so I put keepers on the ones I knit. So this was one. This is some Volmliza that I got from Heather H. Nordquist from our swap. And then this is Cascade Heritage. This is the one I was working on, that I have a pair of Coquier socks in. So there's that. This is Claudia Hand Paints, right there, going work in progress. This is my absolute favorite color gray ever invented on the whole wide world. This is Miss Babs Pewter. And I think I have 3 skeins of it, and I could always have more. I love that color, that gray. It's the perfect gray. And of course, don't blink. I watched the, I was feeling inspired, so I watched Doctor Who while I was making some Doctor Who stitch markers. And believe it or not, I feel a little like a poser, because when David Tennant left, so did I. He's my doctor. I have a David Tennant license plate. Like, he's my man. I love him. Everything he's in, I watch him. But, so I said, okay, I'll watch the Matt Smith ones with the Angels. So I watched the 2 of those, and now I watched Venice, and I'm working my way through Matt Smith. He's warmed up. I've warmed up to him. He hasn't warmed up. I've warmed up to him, and Amy Pond is adorable. So who couldn't love her? And then, so anyways, that was a Don't Blink reference, Doctor Who. And then this one, what is this? I don't remember. I know it's mine. I have 3 skeins that look very similar. So it's either Inspiration Dye Works or Another Crafty Girl. I'm not sure which. Like one has more of a green brown to it than the other. But, and that's it. So I was trying to focus my energies on, who could see, on this side of the blanket. So it is a very odd shape. It is not nearly wide enough yet. Like here's the widest point if I hold it out. It's that wide. So I'd like another probably 2 hexes across here and then it'll be the perfect length. But it's right now just this free form growing blanket that I love. It's like a granny square thing. I don't crochet, it hurts my hand. I wish I knew how to crochet so it didn't hurt my hand. So wouldn't this be great to finish for a stash dash? Each hex takes 7 grams. So I can do some of the swaps, but I can't do a 5-gram swap. I've got to do a 7 or a 20. That's fine too. I'm trying not to use yarns twice. That's the other thing I'm doing with this. Got a haircut, and look, it's kind of like, it's supposed to be layered. It's not quite layered, darling. Anyways, yeah, trying not to use colors twice. So I think that's all I have. It's kind of a short one, but my knitting's kind of short lately. So what's up with you? Are you doing the splash pad party with Downseller Studios? I am. And yeah, so I'm a sponsor for that. I'll maybe stick in a picture right here. Now the shop is, I'll never get this right. I never do. I always have to read it. Spend 15, get 20% off, or which is equivalent to free shipping. They're the same amount. Or spend 25 and get 30 off. So there you go. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Have a great 10 days or so, and happy knitting. Take care. Mwah. Bye. What are you eating?
Some pears.
What do you think of them?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was the best part of today?
That I ended still and bad choices.
You didn't do any bad choices?
He told me that.
Good job, Tress.
He was very proud.
Are you almost ready to move up to flamingos?